I came to an understanding that the Earth is a non-moving plane and sits stationary at the centre of the universe via a long process. It did take many years to understand because of the very thorough indoctrination I had received and you have received from birth, and it was all to the contrary, i.e. that the Earth is a spherical ball spinning round at tremendous speeds while circling round a gigantic sun at mind-boggling speeds, and all held together by some magical force called gravity. Now, my understanding of the true cosmology began after my disillusionment with NASA, when I understood that the moon landings were faked, and you can watch the video yourself and see that they are clearly faking that moon landing to try and prove that they are a certain distance away from the moon when they are not, and that basically NASA was just a complete fraud. It was only then a matter of time before I began to question all theories relating to the Earth and the universe, both geographical and astronomical. I'm currently reading Eric Dubai's Flat Earth Conspiracy, and it confirms my own views that I have painstakingly arrived at over, for many years regarding cosmology and how the heliocentric globe Earth is a lie. I was also surprised to find that the book also contains rebuttals concerning the fake history of humans and the world. Such fake stories as dinosaurs, we've mentioned this before, evolution, the Big Bang Theory, Neanderthals, cavemen, everything that you learn in school is just a lie. It's all about that indoctrination, except for the literacy and the numeracy skills needed for you to swallow that lie. You are educated so that you can swallow and digest the lie. As slaves, there is only one rule, and that you must be lied to. Well, I don't believe in that, and I know hundreds and hundreds of others, of you don't believe that either. This is why the Flat Earth movement has become so much more popular within the last couple of years. Now, we do talk about science and how science can actually prove a flat Earth. So the easiest way the flat Earth can be best explained, I know we've done videos on the reasons why we believe it and the curvature of the Earth and the horizon, etc., etc. But to understand the flat Earth seriously, it does come from an understanding of engineering. And by that I mean by all engineering assumes a flat Earth. For example, when ascertaining site levels on the foundations of building projects, one must refer to datum lines, which are given by the surveyors. Now, those datum lines, which refer to the site levels, are always calculated assuming a flat Earth. The calculation is made on the basis that the Earth is a flat plane with no curvature. Only gradients in the land are measured, but no curvature of the Earth is allowed for in calculations, because there is no curvature of the Earth. If there was curvature, one would need to factor the curvature of the Earth into the calculations in order to establish the datum line. But if you cannot establish the datum line, you cannot establish the correct measurements of the foundations, and you cannot even get a building permit. So our entire engineering system worldwide works on flat Earth calculations, and yet the worldwide view on the shape of the Earth is that the Earth is not flat but a sphere. I myself and the people watching behind the screen know that it is a serious indoctrination that's happened, and we really need to step out of this little cloud and realize that the Earth is indeed flat. And while we're talking about the curvature, in regards to the curvature of the Earth, one needs only to look at railway construction for another example. But there are so many examples to prove a flat Earth now that it's starting to become embarrassing. Well, it is very embarrassing for humanity. And it is known in civil engineering that it would be impossible to construct a railway system if the Earth was not flat. In the construction of railways, as in all civil construction, there is no allowance made for any single curvature of the Earth. In the surveying of railways, if the Earth was a globe, again, the datum line would be an arc of a circle, but the datum line is always a horizontal projection. Again, projection as a muffle, equidistant projection. This is because the Earth itself is a flat plane. If the Earth was a sphere, then all the railways ever built could not mathematically be constructed, because they're all constructed using a flat Earth calculations, or a flat Earth calculation. Railways are level because the plane of the Earth is level, just like the canals are level because water is level. Datum lines are level because the Earth is level. Surveyors, engineers, architects are never required to factor the supposed curvature of the Earth into any single project, providing another proof the world is a plane and not a planet. Canals and railways are always cut and laid horizontally, often over hundreds of miles, without any allowance for any single bit of curvature. Again, guys, the people on the other side of the screen, we all hold the key to breaking this open. All we have to do is actually look into this subject seriously. Take a moment, switch off the television, and start to research the flat earth science. This is Nee B. Thank you very much for watching this upload. As always, tap that subscribe if you're new. You know, we could do with spreading this message as much as we can. Please feel free to share it as well. And I wish you all the best, and you know, you guys take care. Thanks for watching.